The day after Christmas, young Albert were what's called confined to his bed, with a tight pain in his stomach and a light feeling up in his head. His parents were all of a fluster when they saw the lad was so sick. They said, "Put your tongue out, lad." When they seen it, said, "Put it back again, quick." Ma made him a basin of gruel, but that were a move for the worse. Though the little lad tried hard to eat it, at the finish he did the reverse. The pain showed no signs of abating, so at last they got the doctor to call. He said it were the abdomen, and not in his stomach at all. He sent up a bottle of physic, with instructions on t' label to say, to be took in a recumbent posture, 1 teaspoonful 3 times a day. As Ma stood there reading the label, Pa started to fidget about. He said, "Aye, get a teaspoon and dose him, before he gets better without." "I can manage a teaspoon," said Mother, a look of distress on her face. "It's this here recumbent posture, I haven't got one in the place." Said Pa, "What about Mrs. Lupton, next door here? You'd better ask her. A woman who's buried 3 husbands is sure to have one of them there." So they went round and asked Mrs. Lupton. "Aye, I know that what you mean," she replied. "I had one on order for Horace, but the poor dear got impatient and died. She said you'd best try the Co-op. They'll have one in stock, I dare say. In fact, I think I saw one in the window the last time I were passing that way." So round they went to the Co-op, and at the counter for household supplies, Pa asked for a recumbent posture. Shopkeeper said, "Yes, sir, what size?" Said Ma, "It's for little Albert. I don't know what size he would use. I know he takes 13 in collars and size 4, wide fitting in shoes." "If it's little lad size you're wanting," said the shopkeeper, "I'm sorry to say we've never had one in the building, and that was sold yesterday." He sent them across to the tinsmith, who said, "I know what you have in mind. If you'll draw me a pattern I'll make one," but Pa had left his pencil behind. They tried every shop they could think of. They walked for 2 hours, bar clock, and though most places reckoned to keep them, they'd not one of them had one in stock. The last place they tried was a chemist. He looked at them both with a frown, and told them a recumbent posture were Latin, and it meant lying down. "It means lying down, put in Latin," said Father. "That's just what I thought." And he picked up a side glance from Mother and pretended he hadn't said nought. "They're not dosing my Albert with Latin," said Mother, her face looking grim. "Just plain castor oil's all he's getting, and I'm leaving the posture to him."